Good afternoon, and it's the very first of its kind. We are talking about the Ghana Tertiary Queen 2022, which will be launched on the on the 4th of December 2022. When we talk about that, whenever you hear tertiary, then you know we are talking about the universities in the country. But then I have with me the CEO of this particular program, and in the person of Jonard Quaynor. He's right here with me, and also the chaperon, who is also Jay Kofi, right here with me. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and how are you? Let me start off with you. You are the CEO, Jonard Quaynor, but where did you actually come up with this idea with regards to the Miss Tertiary 2022?
Okay. I just sat down one day and I said, no. I watched this case that we are kids with mental illness, and I said I need a way to support this case, and I said no, I can't go straight like that. So let me try and then organize some event for it. So I came up with Ghana Tertiary Queen, and then I sat down with my team, and I said no, I have some idea that who help us support this case. So we all sit down and then we brought this thing up. That's the Ghana Tertiary Queen, so we can support the kids with mental illness because you as a there you can be a victim. Your son can be a victim. Your child can be a victim. So I will not sit there for my child to be a victim before helping. And I know let me use this way to support them. So that is how I came up with Ghana Tertiary Queen.
Yeah, that's quite profound. But then we are talking about universities in Ghana. Once you talk about tertiary, then basically it's the universities you are talking about. Are we talking about all the universities in the country?
Yeah, it's Ghana Tertiary Queen. So the whole Ghana, the whole Ghana, every university in Ghana. If you know you are a student in any of the universities in Ghana, and you are a lady, anyhow your body is, you have the chance to pick the forms, and don't be afraid to pick the forms because you are welcome. We need a queen to, we need an ambassador to take over that project so we can also push to where we want to head to.
Oh, okay, but then also talking about this particular event, how is it going to be like? Because you look at Ghana, it's quite big, even though geographically we are very small, though. But trying to have an event that covers the nation, that's quite big, and we have 16 regions. Are you going to tour all these 16 regions?
Yeah, we are going to tour all the system regions, but what we are going to do is we'll go the nearby cities. That is from Ashanti region, Kumasi, and then Western region, that's Takrady, and then Greater Accra, and then Volta region. So I think the people around Volta side, that side, will just join us on Volta, and people from the northern region, Bronga Hafo, can also support, can also join us on Kumasi. And then Greater Accra, we have a lot of schools in Greater Accra, wherever the Legon, APSA can also join us, wherever we are going to have our audition in Accra. So I think all these venues will be announced at the launch, and coming 4th December, we'll announce the venue and then the date for the auditions and everything.
Right. So that's actually the first time it's happening, and the launch will be on the 4th of December. But where is the venue for the launch?
We are going to Nuru's Restaurant and Lounge, that is inside SNNIT complex. When you are coming to Circle, I think where Audoman Cemetery, near the Audoman Cemetery or Ghanaian Times, that is where we are going to have the lunch.
Okay, and let me bring you in. You are the chaperon. Earlier on, you told me you are the groomer. but basically, what's your job description?
Okay, so basically, I have a lot of job descriptions do there, but my main is to groom the girls and to teach them basically the whole concept on pageantry, from runway to catwalk to their presentations. So I'm generally like supervising everything, even on their projects, and then the projects they're going to be doing at the competition. So the competition, from photo shoots to interviews to how they talk, how they sit, how you act and behave like a queen and everything. So that's basically the whole thing. So I'm like going to be giving them all the activities to perform from the day we're going to start the competition to the grand finale.
We've seen beauty pageantry time without number growing up. We've seen them, Miss World, Miss Malaika, Ghana's Most Beautiful, and co. How is this particular one in any way related to the other ones we see?
Well, this I would say is entirely different. I came on board because of the dream, exactly, because we're looking at bigger platforms. We're looking at partnering with DSTV, CNN, NBC, the rest. So it's going to be is not only not only looking at Ghana Tertiary Queen, but we're looking at World Tertiary Queen, Africa Tertiary Queen. So that's basically what we're looking at, and it's going to be very different from the way they do the things, to the competitions, to their projects and everything. I came on board because of one, the main goal, which is on mental health, because myself, I'm a mental health advocate, and people say you don't advocate for what you haven't gone through. I've been depressed for 2 years and I managed to come out of it. So I'm using this platform not only as a chaperone, but also as someone who just came out of depression, to also project what I have been through and how we'll be able to come out of it, especially when it comes to kids. Kids' mental health is something we ignore so much. And in Africa, especially in Ghana here, mental health is not paid attention to.
Okay, but then talking about tertiary, then we can also talk about academics. But then pageantry or beauty pageantry, sorry, sometimes is more about the physical looks. Is that what the criteria will be this time around?
No, it's not about, well, in a way, but it's not entirely about the physical look. So we're looking at your intellect, we're looking at your composure, how poised you are, how very composed you are. We're also going to look at, we're also looking at your academic records. We should be able to present to Ghana a queen that can read, that can write, that is very outspoken, and that understands why she's a queen or why she was selected as a queen. So you should be able to do a lot of things. We're also looking at someone who can also use social media as a means to project positivity and also preach about mental health awareness in kids.
All right, but let me come back to you, Jonard. You are the CEO. We are talking about academics over here because it's the tertiary. But how do these girls also, in a way, play their part with regards to helping curb this issue of mental health?
You know, before you becoming a queen or ambassador to this, you need to at least be intelligent, because without you are intelligent, you can't support in this project that we are about to do. It's not just a project that we are taking it to the world, Africa and beyond, not just Ghana. So we need someone who can speak and then write. That is the main purpose. Because if we can't speak to the people to support them, the needy, how are we going to get a support for them? So that is why we are using the university side to do this project.
All right. You are the chaperone again. Let me come back to you. You have in-depth, knowledge about what's actually going to happen. How is it going to be like? Because after the audition, what are these ladies going to go through?
So after the audition, there's going to be an orientation to make you understand what you signed up for. So there are going to be series of orientations, and then there's going to be health screening for the ladies, so we can know who we're working with and what we're doing. So there's going to be series of education. There's going to be orientation, and then that is when we prepare for the market. So preparing you for the market is we're going to be giving you weekly taxes. So more like competitions, presentations for the judges, for the crew, for the entire public. We're going to be giving you things to do in the house. There's going to be heritage and cultural representation where you represent your region. There's going to be strats the runway. There's going to be fashion competition. There's going to be bring up your own concept. There's going to pitch an idea or pitch a business. So there's going to be so many things. Like, it's a lot. We can't even mention. Let me just not break. It's going to be a surprise. Let me just not say everything. So they should just expect a lot of things to be happening in the house.
Personally, myself, I can't wait, though. But then before we talk about the lunch that is due on the 4th of December, tell me more about the audition and how it's going to be like. What are the dates?
And the audition date in Accra is 11th February, and then 18th will be in Kumasi. I think 22nd or what will be in Western, and then the last one will be in Volta region. And this audition, I'm telling you, is going to be one of the best audition for a beauty pageant. And if you know you are a university student, this is the time for you. I know there is a lot of beauty pageant, but this is one that is going to take over Ghana soon. Yeah, so you are invited to the lunch to just come and experience what is going to happen on the lunch. Yeah,
Right. All right, but what should we also expect on that day, on the 4th of December? That's the lunch day. Who are some of the prominent people we could meet and get to interact? And also, people will also be looking out for the credibility of this particular program. Who are we going to meet over there?
We have Nana Lezis of brand strategy. Yeah, you know, she's good in building. It's a life coach. She's one of the life coaches we have in Ghana. And then if like it helps your brand to stand. And we have Chris Fabius, that is Super Mineral Water. That's the CEO of Super Mineral Water, and is into music as well. And you know, it helps a lot of youth out there. And we have Reverend Abraham Yati. That is one of the psychologists personality that will be there to talk about how the mental in the case like how it is. And then we have Madam Doris Aban, a midwife and then a nurse. You know, this Doris Aban is very good when it comes to this mental illness and stuff. So we have a lot of people who are coming for the lunch.
Tell me more about the fun part.
Okay, so the fun part is aside, like Steph has said, the fun part is there's also going to be an unveiling of the crown and the sash on that day. Let me just say this because so our crown is totally different from other beauty pageants. It's custom made crown.
How different is it?
How different is it? Until that day, you get to see what it looks like.
All right. Have you taken note of the numbers that could troop in just for this audition?
We are praying. We are praying that we will have what we are expecting almost 2,000 students, and yes, so if they come more than 2,000, that's by the grace of God. So and I think this audition, this Ghana Tertiary Queen is a kind of its own. That's all I have to say now.
What's the number you are looking at to be working with in the house?
So we're looking at working with. Okay, I am looking at working with 20 ladies. 20 ladies from 20 different backgrounds.
Are there going to be any favorite in this particular one? Let's say a student from Legon could be favored ahead of a student who is in the whole polytechnic or whole university.
No.
Okay, let me consider. Let me go to the CEO.
We don't have any favorites. As far as you are good and you deserve to be the queen, you take it. That's all.